Hi guys, Camilla here and welcome to my YouTube channel and the day 8 of Valentine's card mini-series. It is the last video of the series, as by the time you're watching this I am away, but I will be back with more card making videos soon. For this card today, or rather 4 cards, I'm using this cute mini stamp set by Lawn Fawn, Color My World. And I will be creating 2 different styles of cards. First one you can see here. I am stamping out the sentiment in the middle on the watercolor cardstock, and I'm gonna heat emboss the sentiment along with the crayons that I'm gonna stamp in a minute, while clear embossing powder. I usually like to heat emboss my sentiments and images when I'm doing watercoloring because it just makes it easier to stay within the lines when you're coloring. Originally I planned to make just 1 card, but during the process I created 4 cards, mostly because of my technical difficulties with the camera, so I had to redo the second card you'll see 3 times. And I was really happy with that because I'm really trying this year to make many cards at the same time instead of just one big project and then you end up with 1 card. While at the same time you could have made a few and it would take you more or less the same time. So for the second card I'm using regular cardstock, which is Nina Solar White, and I'm gonna stamp it with a little bit of an ombre effect. I am using 2 Memento inks, Bahama Blue and Grape Jelly. I am stamping my images using Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I will be doing some coloring with alcohol markers, and now I'm doing some masking, stamping out these cute crayons all over the bottom part of my card front. Both of my card fronts were die cut using W+9 Sunshine Layers die, and you will see a lot of this die in the upcoming cards. I really love this new die set that I got. So now for coloring, I'm starting out with the first card front, which I stamped on the watercolor paper, and I'm using my Stabilo 68 pens to color the crayons. I start off with adding some color, and then I'm going in with my wet brush to blend out the pigment. I really love these pens because they come in very vibrant colors. And if you would like to learn a little bit more about these pens, you can check out my other videos where I talk a bit more about them and their properties, and I will link those in the description below. You can also just simply blend the colors using these pens, but you have to use a thick watercolor paper. Like I'm doing here, I'm using a 300 GSM or 110 pound watercolor cardstock. That's where these pens blend perfectly together. You also have to go in kind of quick. You can't really leave it out there and come back with the next shade because they will just dry and you won't be able to blend them out properly. And in case your color, like on my green crayon here, is a little too bright, you can always scribble some of the pen on an acrylic block and pick it up with your paintbrush and add pigment to your colored image. And so now for the second card, I'm basically going in with my alcohol markers. I'm using Pro markers and I'm not really doing any shading. I'm just going in with a darker color, or rather shade of each color on the crayon, and a little brighter shade of each color on the packaging. I added a little frame around my crayons to add a little bit of dimension with a bright blue marker. And this is another one I colored in earlier, and these are all 4 together. So I also added some glossy accents on tips of the crayons to add a little bit of shine and make them look like some of those waxy crayons that we have for kids. And now I'm using the other frame from the same Sunshine Layers die to create my card base. To add a little bit more dimension to my cards, I'm adding some Lawn Fawn, which I'm adhering with double-sided tape as it only has adhesive on one side. And I am adding the centerpiece using some foam squares. And that finishes the video for today. I hope you enjoyed me creating these colorful, fun cards using the Lawn Fawn stamps that color my world. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Valentine's Day mini-series. And have a great and crafty day. Bye!